me tell you something. You got to stop worrying about what everybody else is doing, what they're saying, how they're moving. That ain't your business. Your business is you, your goals, your growth, your peace. Too many people waste their energy worrying about what everybody else is doing. They're checking social media, scrolling through other people's lives, watching how others are moving and constantly comparing. They look at someone else's success and start feeling like they're behind. They see someone they used to know doing better than them, and instead of getting inspired, they get discouraged. But here's the truth. None of that is your business. What they're doing, what they have, where they are in life, that's their journey, not yours. The moment you start minding everybody else's business, you lose focus on your own. You stop putting in the work for yourself. You slow down your progress because you're too busy watching someone else's highlight reel. But let me ask you this. How is that serving you? How is it helping you get where you want to be? It's not. It's only distracting you, draining your energy, and keeping you stuck in a cycle of frustration and self-doubt. You have to understand that nobody's life is perfect, no matter how it looks from the outside. People only show you what they want you to see. You might think they have it all together, but you don't know what's happening behind closed doors. Instead of wasting time measuring yourself against them, put that energy into building your own life. If you took all the time you spent worrying about others and used it to work on yourself, imagine where nobody is coming to save you. That's a hard truth, but the sooner you accept it, the sooner you can take control of your life. Too many people are waiting for the right time, waiting for a sign, waiting for somebody to come along and give them an opportunity. But life doesn't work like that. If you sit around waiting, you'll be in the same place 5 years from now, wondering why nothing changed. You have to take responsibility for where you are and where you want to be. It doesn't matter what's happened in your past. It doesn't matter who hurt you, who let you down, or who didn't believe in you. What matters is what you're willing to do about it now. Are you going to keep making excuses, or are you going to take action? Because at the end of the day, nobody owes you anything. Success isn't given, it's earned. Some people spend their whole lives blaming others for their situation. They blame their parents, their boss, the government, or society. And while there may be real obstacles, focusing on blame won't change your reality. The only thing that will change your reality is action. The moment you stop waiting and start doing, everything shifts. If you want more money, develop new skills. If you want to be healthier, change your habits. If you want to grow, start investing in yourself. There is no secret formula, just a decision to take control of your life no matter how hard it gets. Nobody else can do it for you. Nobody else can put in the hours, the discipline, and the consistency it takes to win. It's easy to wish for a better life, but wishing isn't enough. You have to work for it. The people who succeed are not necessarily the smartest, the strongest, or the most talented. They're the ones who refuse to quit. They're the ones who wake up every day and push forward even when they don't feel like it. They understand that waiting for help will get them nowhere. The only way to change your life is to take charge of it. Success is not about one big moment. It's not about luck, talent, or waiting for the perfect opportunity. It's about what you do every single day, the small choices, the habits, the consistency. Those are the things that separate successful people from everybody else. Too many people get caught up in chasing quick results. They want to lose weight fast, make money fast, build something great overnight. But that's not how success works. It's not about intensity for a short period. It's about showing up day after day, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it. People underestimate the power of daily effort. They think if they can't make a big move right now, then they're stuck. But success is built in the small moments. It's built in the early mornings, the late nights, the times when nobody is watching. It's built in the discipline of doing the right thing over and over until it becomes second nature. If you only work when you feel motivated, you won't get far. Motivation fades. Discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation disappears. Look at anybody who has achieved something great and you'll see a pattern. They didn't wake up one day at the top. They climbed their way there step by step, brick by brick. They failed, they adjusted, they kept going. The difference between them and the people who never make it isn't talent. It's persistence. It's the willingness to keep pushing when it's uncomfortable, when it's slow, when it feels like nothing is happening. Most people quit too soon. They start something, they don't see results fast enough, and they give up. They don't realize that every effort compounds. Every day you put in the work, you're stacking wins. You may not see the progress right away, but over time it adds up. The people who stay committed, even when it's boring, even when it's exhausting, are the ones who break through. It's not about massive leaps. It's about the daily grind, the small habits, the repeated actions, the discipline to keep moving forward. Success doesn't come to those who wait for the perfect time. It comes to those who show up, do the work, and trust the process. In today's world, people talk too much. They announce every move, every goal, every dream before they've even started working on it. They want validation. They want people to cheer them on before they've put in the effort. But real success doesn't come from talking. It comes from doing. It comes from putting your head down, focusing, and letting the results speak for themselves. When you tell everyone what you're about to do, you open the door for doubt, negativity, and distractions. People will question you. Some will discourage you, not because they don't believe in you, but because they don't believe in themselves. Others will act supportive but secretly hope you fail. And some will give you advice that comes from their own fears, not from wisdom. The more you talk, the more you allow outside voices to influence your decisions, slow you down, or make you second guess yourself. The most powerful thing you can do is move in silence. Work behind the scenes. Improve yourself without announcing it. Chase your goals without seeking approval. While everyone else is busy talking about what they're going to do, you'll be the one actually making it happen. Instead of explaining yourself, prove yourself. Instead of telling people what you're building, let them see the finished product. There's something unstoppable about a person who doesn't need validation. They don't waste time arguing or proving a point. They don't need applause for every small step. They focus on the work because they understand that success is the best response. When you start moving differently, when you start focusing on action instead of attention, you gain an edge. People won't see you coming. They'll assume nothing is happening, but behind closed doors, you're leveling up. Then one day, when you finally step out with everything you've been working on, people will be shocked. They will understand how you did it. They'll wonder where all this growth, all this success came from. They'll be left speechless because while they were watching and waiting for signs of progress, you were too busy putting in the work. The results will speak louder than anything you could have ever said. When you start focusing on yourself, something powerful happens. You begin to build confidence, strength, and vision. Confidence doesn't come from people telling you that you're good enough. It comes from proving to yourself that you are. It comes from setting a goal, showing up every day, and doing what you said you would do. The more you keep your word to yourself, the more unstoppable you become. Most people struggle with confidence because they rely on others to validate them. They wait for approval, for compliments, for someone else to say, "You're doing great." But the truth is, confidence isn't given, it's built. It's built in the moments when you're alone, grinding, improving, pushing yourself past your comfort zone. It's built when you make promises to yourself and keep them. The stronger your habits, the stronger your confidence. The stronger your confidence, the less you need outside approval. Focusing on yourself also builds strength. Not just physical strength, but mental and emotional strength. Life will test you. You will face setbacks, disappointments, and moments where things don't go your way. But when you focus on your growth, you learn how to handle these challenges without breaking. You learn how to adjust, how to stay calm under pressure, how to keep going even when it's tough. Strong people aren't the ones who avoid difficulties. They're the ones who push through them. They don't crumble when things get hard because they built themselves up from the inside out. With confidence and strength comes vision. When you're focused on yourself, you stop worrying about distractions. You stop chasing trends. Stop comparing your journey to others. Stop trying to impress people who don't matter. You start seeing your own path clearly. You start making decisions based on what's best for you, not based on what others expect. When you develop vision, you stop settling for less than what you deserve. You stop allowing negative people to take up space in your life. You stop wasting time on things that don't align with your purpose. The combination of confidence, strength, and vision makes you a completely different person. You walk differently, talk differently, and carry yourself with a new kind of energy. People notice it. They may not be able to explain it, but they'll feel it. They'll sense that you've changed, that you've grown, that you're moving with purpose. When you start focusing on yourself and making real progress, people will notice. At first, they may not say anything. They may even doubt you. They'll assume you're just going through a phase, that you'll give up like most people do. But when you stay consistent, when you keep showing up, when you keep improving, something shifts. People start paying attention. They start wondering how you're doing it, why you're different, why you no longer move the way you used to. Some will be inspired. They'll see your growth and realize that they too can change their lives. They'll watch you level up and feel motivated to do the same. These are the people who will support you, who will celebrate your wins, who will respect your journey. But not everyone will react that way. Some people will be uncomfortable with your progress. They'll feel insecure, not because you did anything wrong, but because your growth reminds them of their own stagnation. You will notice that certain people start acting differently around you. Some will distance themselves because they can't relate to the new you. Some will criticize you, making little comments to downplay your success. Others will suddenly act supportive, not because they believe in you, but because they want to stay close in case you actually make it. You will see people's true colors when you start changing for the better. That's when you'll realize why focusing on yourself was the best decision you ever made. While they were busy watching, talking, and doubting, you were working. You weren't seeking validation. You weren't waiting for their approval. You were locked in, committed, and determined. And now the results are undeniable. You didn't have to explain yourself. You didn't have to prove anything to them. Your growth speaks for itself. Some people will act like they always believed in you. Others will try to downplay your journey, saying you got lucky or that it must have been easy, but deep down they know the truth. They saw you putting in the work. They saw you sacrificing, staying disciplined, staying focused. And now that they can't ignore the results, they're left shocked, wondering how you did it.